Guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Hari Vishwanathan, and this week has been busy for Indian football because there have been a lot of things which have been happening, from CAS decision to India Under 20 to India Under 23 to Chennaiyin FC. We will talk about all of that in this video, so strap in and enjoy the ride. As we say, justice can be delayed but never be denied. That's exactly what happened in Inter Kashi's case against Real Kashmir, Namdhari, Churchill and AIFF. As you know, Inter Kashi had two cases in CAS, the governing body of football who deal with disputes in the world football, and yesterday they gave their ruling for the second case. They had already given their ruling in Inter Kashi's favor in the first case, and now the second case verdict have also been given, and as we all expected, when they have ruled in Inter Kashi's favor, overturning AIFF Appeals Committee's original decision of not crowning Inter Kashi champions but crowning Churchill Brothers champion. So now what CAS have done, they have said that Inter Kashi is the champion, and they have ordered AIFF to announce them as champions as soon as possible. Plus, they have also imposed a very, very big fine on AIFF and all the three other parties, Real Kashmir, Churchill Brothers and Namdhari FC. So a big win for Inter Kashi because they chose the professional route and they followed the rules, because they didn't do anything, because the league committee was the one who allowed them to register the player, nothing that Inter Kashi did, so they went to CAS, and finally now they have got their decision. And it's a win for Inter Kashi fans. Congratulations to them, they are the I-League champions finally. But this debacle shows that how incompetent AIFF's all the committees are, from the competition, from the league to appeals committee to the normal committee to president to vice president, treasurer, everyone. No one cares about Indian football and no one is competent enough to care. And now what's now happening is, now AIFF in another financial crunch. They are already in financial crunch with all the Igor Stimac debacle. Now this regime is just destroying football and destroying themselves, because now they have to pay 55% of the whole cost of the arbitration to CAS, and 15% will be paid by the clubs. All the clubs 15% each, plus they have to now give more than 3 lakh rupees to Inter Kashi for their troubles, for their all the expenses going to CAS, plus the clubs also have to give 1 lakh to Inter Kashi. So it's a very concerning state of affairs, because all the appeals committee people, I don't know how they gave those judgments, because they are high court judges, so you would expect something from them, but I suspect there is something inner things involved, which I won't talk about it, but everybody knows what's happening. And so if AIFF still thinks that they little bit care about football, which I don't think they do, they will dismiss the appeals committee, because both the decisions were overturned, not one, two, you remember, and both of them the appeals committee gave wrong, which means that there is something wrong in the appeals committee, and they need to be dismissed right now. And and people say that we should hand over the ISL and all the top league to AIFF, but 104 days it took to announce I-League champions. That's how AIFF operates, that's how I-League operates. So do you really want to do that? So this shows, and frankly, incompetence. And I knew this would be the judgment, because Inter Kashi hasn't broke the rules. So I mean, it was expected. Now what will happen? They have to pay fines, and now what will happen is Indian football will suffer, because they have to bring this money from somewhere, right? And what will they do? They will slash India Under 20 budgets, they will slash national team budgets, women's team budgets. That this is why I was worried about that roadmap execution, because something like this, and I'm still worried. And this whole shows that how bad is AIFF right now, and we desperately need reform in the AIFF. That's how we can at least salvage something from this hopeless situation. So that's for the CAS verdict. Very, very happy for Inter Kashi fans, especially since I am living in UP, it's a very soft spot for me, and it makes it even sweeter. And if ISL happens, I will be very happy to see them play in the ISL, and I am excited to see them play in the ISL. If ISL happens, of course, that's a different story, we'll talk about it. But yeah, that's for the CAS verdict. Inter Kashi fans, congratulations to you guys, and Inter Kashi, congratulations to you. You won the competition fair and square, and this shows which club cares for Indian football and which doesn't. I won't take names, but the names are in front of you. I have lost a lot of respect for all those I-League clubs right now. And yeah, that's it for the CAS judgment, and hopefully Inter Kashi can keep doing well and keep being professional, and one day they can be a very, very successful club, not only in India but in Asia. Now the second thing we'll talk about is Aditi Chauhan retiring from football. She announced her retirement, and a great career. She was the best goalkeeper for India for a long time, played at the highest level for West Ham Women. You understand, she played in the AFC Women's Champions League. She won trophies with Gokulam Kerala. So a very, very top player, one of her best players in recent years. Bala Devi, Aditi Chauhan, Manisha Kalyan, I keep them on the same level, and best of luck to her for her future, and I'm looking forward to see what she will do off the field. Hopefully she can give back something to the Indian women's football. That would be great. But happy retirement, Aditi Chauhan. You were great, you were a legend, and there are lots of good memories from the Indian women's football team that you have given, and we will miss you, and Indian football will miss you. Hopefully you go strength to strength, and do well in life as well, other than football. I'm rooting for you. Thank you for playing for Indian football team, and and improving Indian football and putting it on the map. Now let's talk about India U20 Women's. As you know, they played 2 friendlies, Uzbekistan. We have made a video for that, you can check it out. They have played against Uzbekistan twice. First match was a draw, second match we won 4-1. A very positive result, and Uzbekistan are on our level, not greater, not lower. They are our level, and dominating them like this is very good. Plus we were playing away in Uzbekistan, and plus we have things like match calling off, then next day playing the match, so disturbance in schedule, disturbance in all of the things, they do affect. And even so, we played both of match really well. I'm saying this because we didn't get to see, of course, because it was a closed door match, and it was okay because FC qualifiers are around the corner, and you don't want to show other teams what you can do. But from what the coach said, Joachim said, that the team has been preparing very well, the team has good cohesion, and they also said that, of course, first match was a draw, but in the second half we dominated them. And the coach is saying this, so which will be true. And in the second match we completely dominated them, it looks like. Of course, it's only result, and you can't see too much into it, as these are only friendly matches. The main match will be the AFC qualifier, but it's looking very, very positive. And this time we have a very, very good chance to qualify for the Under-20 Asian Cup, as I talked about in the video, because top teams and best second place team also go through. Plus the direct rival for us is Myanmar, who are, I would say, on our level, or slightly higher. I wouldn't say slightly higher, I would put them in the same range as Uzbekistan. So we have a really, really good chance. Indonesia and Turkmenistan are also under 20 level, not that good, so we can beat both of them. So Myanmar is the only good competition for us, who we have to see a little bit, but I think from this under-20 women's team, I think my expectations have gone a little bit high. Of course, I'm not keeping them too high, because then I'll feel disappointed if we don't qualify. But I think we are good enough to qualify. We have a realistic chance to qualify for the AFC Under-20 Asian Cup Women's. And very, very good. I am having hope, which I have never gotten in men's team recently, at least. The men's team is disappointing us again and again, but the women's team is making us proud again and again. Hopefully, they can qualify for this under-20 Asian Cup. And if we qualify, I think we have very good chance to play really well in the under-20 Asian Cup as well, because we will get good teams to play in friendlies, because if we qualify, the teams will be willing to play us, and plus we will have a good chance in the Asian Cup to qualify for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup, because the other under-20 teams like Australia, like these tier 2, tier 3 teams, we can compete with them, because we have shown against Vietnam last year, I think, or 2024. So very good chance. Of course, the top teams like North Korea, they are still better than us. North Korea, Japan, South Korea. But these tier 2 teams, I think Australia even, we can give great challenge to them, and we can also think of beating them with good preparation, of course. But if we qualify, I think AFF will give them matches. So hopefully we play well. Hopefully we qualify for the under-20 Asian Cup, and we can again see our women's team play in both Asian Cups. That would be the icing on the cake, and I'm rooting for these girls and the coach, because I want to see how they play as well, because Joachim is a great coach. I have seen, of course, a little bit before, but I want to see what they prepared for these Uzbekistan friendlies. Maybe we can get to see something different, and good passing goals. That will be great. But of course, that will be ahead, a little bit ahead. There are only 15 days left for the tournament, so I'm getting excited as the tournament is coming close, and hopefully we can qualify for the AFC Under-20 Asian Cup after a long time, and get to celebrate another win like we did for the senior women's national team. So I would just like to say, good luck girls, crush it out there and make India proud. Now let's talk about the Indian national team, because the applicant deadline has gone on 13th, and the report is coming out that 170 coaches have applied. We don't know the names of the coaches except for 3-4, which are the usual names: Khalid Jamil, Sanjoy Sen, Stephen and Habas. These are the names we know who have applied. And from the looks of it, the AFF is going for a Indian coach, because of course, financial issue. They have to give this money to Inter Kashi and CAS as well. So I'm for sure they will pick an Indian coach, and I don't mind an Indian coach, but I think I would prefer a coach who has international experience. So Stephen would be best. Habas would be okay as well, but he has managed Bolivia a long time back. But in my opinion, instead of these two, of course these two can qualify us to the Asian Cup. Even Khalid could do that, I'm positive. Sanjoy Sen can also do that. He's a great coach, but he has not done active coaching from a long time, so I'm kind of worried. But Khalid Jamil would be good, but again the same problem, international experience is lacking, and no doubt about his coaching ability, because Manolo struggled with the same club CV. So I don't know, but Khalid Jamil knows the players well, so hopefully he can do well if he's appointed, which I'm thinking it's going to be true. He will be the one who will be appointed. But I personally, in my opinion, will like a coach with international experience, who have done well in Asia, in world, who have managed teams with less resources. So that would be good for me as an international team coach, and who can give belt treatment to these players, because they have unmotivated. These overrated players need to be whipped into shape. I don't care who. So Khalid Jamil can do that. Stephen, of course, can do that. Habas also does that. These guys are known for it. So any of these guys can do that belt treatment, and and whip these players into shape. I think that's what we need, because these players, they deserve to be done treated like that, because they don't care about playing for a national team. So hopefully we get the right coach, which is kind of tough since it's AIFF. So so we have to see, but hopefully we can get a right coach and qualify for the AFC Asian Cup, which needs to be done at any cost. We have to win 4 matches. We need a coach who can win us 4 matches. And it looks like we will play friendlies in the September. The news is like that, but I don't know how much is it true. So hopefully we play friendlies, but there will be no coach, so how would we play? I don't know. Maybe they will appoint a coach till that, so we will see what happens, but hopefully we can get the right coach, whether it's Khalid Jamil or whether it's anyone, and we qualify for the Asian Cup, which we shouldn't miss. So yeah, hopefully we do, and let's see what happens. And now a thing which has come out of nowhere. I was just going through Twitter, and Steve Herbots, the United SC coach, congratulated his two players, Sahil Harijan and the goalkeeper Arnab Das, I think, that they have selected for the India Under-23 national team. And I was kind of, I wouldn't say shocked, but I was kind of startled, and I checked it, but there was no news about the Under-23 team. But after that, looking over, and someone commented that will they get friendlies, and Steve confirmed that they will get friendlies. So it's interesting. But then, and I talked to some people, and they confirmed as well. So good thing that AFF is thinking to give these guys friendlies, because they have to play qualifiers in September, remember? So getting two friendlies, we don't know who will be the opponents, of course, but getting friendlies for India Under-23, very surprising, because I didn't think they will get friendlies. I thought they will get the two friendlies before, which we played, Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan, and we will go straight to the qualifiers, but we are getting two friendlies. I'm excited to see, because it's interesting, and I'm excited to see what opponents we face, and it will be good preparation, of course, because going into the qualifiers we have a tough group, Qatar, Bahrain. Those teams we have to finish second anyhow, so we have to beat Bahrain. So it's a tough job to do, but if we get two good quality friendlies, hopefully we can do that, because this team has potential. We have seen that. Of course, there are some things which need to be better, but these two friendlies will help them get better, so hopefully we do. And I'm really looking forward to these two friendlies. What will be our opponents? Where will we like to watch the match? And will it be closed doors, which I hope not, but it could be, and I wouldn't be mad if it's a closed door match, because at least the players are getting match time, which is good. So again, I have to I get to see Pramveer, I get to see Suhail, so a good thing. But let's see what happens, what will be the player release. But ISL is not happening, so hopefully there will be no issue with player release. But we have to see if the camp is in August before the friendlies, or the players will go directly from Duran Cup to there. So it's good time. Of course, AFF is at least doing something right in terms of women's football, and now the Under-23 team. If only they did this well in terms of management and all the other things they did. I mean, but that's wishful thinking. But hopefully good matches for Under-23 team. They will get good experience, and hopefully we can do something in the qualifiers. So looking forward to that, and looking forward to seeing them play. Now, Chennaiyin news. I made this channel primarily for Chennaiyin FC, but of course switched to Indian football, because I want to talk about Indian football as well. But from that, I think Super Cup, after that, one little piece of news that we are pausing operations, and that is Kian Nasri news. Now we have gotten a really big piece of news, is that Owen Coyle is parting ways with us. So, which is interesting, but I don't think it's a wrong decision. I think it's a right decision, because last season was just not good enough. It's as simple as that. We had a very good squad, and simply Owen couldn't get the best of the squad, especially the foreigners. We were lacking so many things. He was adamant of playing one players. We signed two different players, Kian Nasiri and Gurkirat, but both of them could get much game time, so we were relying on only Connor Shields, and Owen was doing wrong calls, wrong playing 11, wrong substitutions, late substitutions, and the defensive structure was not there, and it was pretty unlike Owen Coyle, I would say, because last time he was here, even with Jamshedpur, he wasn't this bad. So I don't know what happened, but it's a good thing that he's parting ways, because we can't go on like this anymore. We need a change, and this should have happened before, but I'm glad it's happened now. So at least that's one positive. if ISL happens, what will we do? Who will be the coach? It will be interesting to see. But right now, I don't think they are thinking about coach, because one decision was that they left it to Owen Coyle. But now I think there was a decision of ISL not happening. So Owen was one of the highest paid coaches. So they would have wanted to terminate his contract, because they can't give him enough salary. Now also they have to give him more than half as compensation, which is a lot, because ISL is not happening, and budget issues will be there. So hopefully it's not the end of Chennaiyin FC. That will be sad, very very sad, but hopefully it's not the end of Chennaiyin FC, and we get to see them keep playing in ISL or whatever league comes, and we don't shut down, because that will be a sad day from me. I have watched Chennaiyin FC since the start of the ISL, so hopefully that doesn't happen, and this is just coach leaving, mutually parting ways, and we signed different coach and all that. So yeah, that's for Chennaiyin FC news. Let's hope we'll get a good coach and ISL happens for sure. So yeah, let's see what Chennaiyin FC do in the future. Now lastly, let's talk about the SAFF Under-20 Women's, because this time it's a double round robin. Of course, India is not participating because of all the Bangladesh stuff and all that. That's political. We won't talk about that. That's why we played Uzbekistan 2 friendlies. But SAFF teams are getting more matches because they have playing double round of robin. So it's good, but I think we are playing better quality friendlies, but we won't talk about that. We will talk about Bangladesh and Nepal, and as usual, they are the best teams. Bangladesh is still better, but there is not much difference between them. Currently, Bangladesh is leading with 12 points, Nepal with 9, and the other two teams are just here to gain experience, because they are not on the level of Bangladesh, Nepal. I think Bangladesh and Nepal are the only teams which will finish on top. Bhutan has tried, but they have been just top notch, both of those. And I think they also have qualifiers, but they have a very tough group. So I would have liked if they would have played, instead of SAFF, they would have played some teams which are stronger, or at least invite some teams in SAFF. So let's see what they do. They have very tough groups. Hopefully they do well as well along with us, and we can see Bangladesh and Nepal in the Under-20 Asian Cup as well. So yeah, that's it for SAFF Under-20 Women's. And yeah, that's all for today. It's been a big video. Hopefully you like it. If you do, like the video, share to your friends, and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, it's Hari Vishwanathan. Peace out.